everyone, Jacob Tiranno of ChasingCinema.com here at AMC Town Square for one of the most anticipated movies of the summer, Spider-Man Homecoming. I am joined by Josh Bell of JoshBellHatesEverything.com and the Las Vegas Weekly.
Yes.
This is going to be a non-spoiler review. We're not going to get super in-depth. Me and Mr. James Shue, my usual co-host, will be back. We're going to have a full, in-depth, long, 45-minute review next week where we'll depict everything like we always do. But I just wanted to give you guys a taste before the movie comes out next week. Josh, what do you think?
So you don't want to talk about the very end of the movie right now?
We could do, we could do a little spoiler section.
No. I mean, I don't think there's a lot to spoil about this movie. I mean, I liked it. It's a fun movie. Tom Holland is good as Spider-Man. Michael Keaton was a great villain. There's a lot of Marvel Universe stuff in it.
Where are you on the spectrum of Spider-Man anyway? Like, do you have any affinity to any of the Spider-Man movies?
I mean, I enjoyed the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. I think Spider-Man 2 is probably one of the best superhero movies ever, although it's been a long time since I saw it, so, you know, I'd have to revisit it again to really back that up.
I always like, I mean, even more than Tobey Maguire, it's Alfred Molina as Doc Ock.
Yeah,
that was really the highlight. And I didn't mind, you know, Spider-Man 1 was fine, Spider-Man 2, I didn't mind The Amazing Spider-Man. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 I wasn't a fan of. Did you like those?
Yeah, I mean, the first Amazing Spider-Man was okay, but really is a retread of a lot of stuff. It felt very unnecessary. And that second one is a mess. It really is. Like, they're trying way too hard to do what all the Marvel movies do, to set up all of these things that are going to pay off down the road, and it just doesn't come together as a movie on its own.
It felt very Batman Forever-ish.
Yeah.
Like, the way Jamie Foxx turns into an Electro and all that was very cheesy.
I totally forgot about Jamie Foxx.
It was very like, you know, that he's the bad guy.
Yeah, this is much better. And it still does what Marvel movies do in that it calls back to other stuff and it sets up future stuff, which can get tiresome, but I think they wrapped it up well in a story that is self-contained, that you could come in and...
In a web.
Right, there you go. If you just like Spider-Man and you want to see this movie, you could still enjoy it without having to be some sort of Marvel fanatic.
Yeah, I would think, like, you know, they said it from the very, very get-go. They wanted to do some tribute to the John Hughes, like, kind of brat-back teenage movies. And I feel like that is where this movie's heart is, where it is about this kind of coming-to-age teenager story first, and then a superhero movie. Even though there's plenty of superhero moments, and we have plenty of Spidey in it, it does feel like this movie is about this kid kind of just figuring out who he is, like, you know. And I appreciate it, of course. Spoiler alert, Iron Man is in this movie. I don't know if you knew that was happening. I mean, he is on every single poster. Every single poster, Iron Man's there, or any of the press, you know, Iron Man's there. But I mean, I really enjoy that kind of chemistry between them, of this like mentorship that is threaded throughout. We get to see some Jon Favreau also, who I don't think has been in.
Big part.
Who hasn't been in a Marvel movie since Iron Man 3, maybe.
Was he even in Iron Man 3?
Or maybe
only in the first two?
I think he was in 3.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's been a while.
Right.
So, but I think where this movie works is that it is that comedy kind of coming-to-age story more than the superhero stuff. And then when we do get the superhero stuff, it's fun, it's light, and it's kind of more of this kind of, even though we've always, I mean, I don't think none of them have been serious, super serious as Spider-Man. Tom Holland feels kind of the most natural, the most fun, and the most of age of where we kind of want.
Well, he's definitely the right age if they're going to make Spider-Man a teenager, which I don't think they necessarily need to do.
Yeah, I mean,
but if they're going to do that, then yes, he definitely has that look. Not only is he actually young, but he looks young.
Yeah, he looks really young.
I thought the teenage coming of age stuff was fine. It wasn't great. The superhero stuff was also. I mean, I feel like I liked this movie, but at the same time, it's not a very substantial movie. You know, it's like Marvel does its Marvel thing and puts Spider-Man in it. I had fun, I laughed, I enjoyed the cameos, but it doesn't, even though it was frustrating, I think, when those Spider-Man movies were on their own, it doesn't, at least they had something unique to them, potentially.
Yeah.
And this is just like, let's put it in the Marvel box with everything else. And that's enjoyable, but at the same time, it kind of loses its distinctiveness in some ways.
So I would assume that most people would compare Wonder Woman for, you know, superhero movie of the year and Spider-Man. Which direction would you lean more towards?
Well, I mean, I will say also, I think a lot of people might think of Logan as the superhero movie of the year. For me, I would pick Wonder Woman of all those. I like all of those movies.
Yeah.
I think this has been a good year for good superhero movies, none of which will be on my top 10 list of movies.
And we still have more to come. We have Thor Ragnarok.
We sure do.
But
and Justice League.
And Justice League.
And
Thor.
Infinity
Thor,
more.
I said Ragnarok.
Thor, yeah. and more superhero movies for the rest of time.
You guys guess whose voice that is? What else did I... Oh, Michael Keaton.
Yeah,
I think is great in this movie.
He was very good, yeah.
And, I expected... I mean, of course, I didn't think he was going to be bad. But, I mean, Batman in the Spider-Man movie, I was kind of wondering what to expect, and I thought he did very, very good.
Yeah.
I think that the way that they actually did the villain of the Vulture was very cool. It felt very... not too outlandish... Not where it got goofy.
Right, it wasn't cheesy.
But it was like, okay, I could kind of buy. And then, of course, all of it even being wrapped up to a previous... Marvel movie. I thought it was good, and I know me and Shu are gonna pick this thing.
There's stuff you can pick apart if you want, but
not in a negative way.
Yeah.
But I mean, just a lot of things to kind of digest in this movie. I mean, we have a lot of comic relief. We have other characters that are introduced that are just kind of hinted at. I don't want to get into big spoilers on that, but yeah, there is a lot of that kind of stuff. But overall, I thought definitely the best Spider-Man since Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, no, I would agree. And despite my slight reservations about the Marvel formula, I think if you like superhero movies, if you like Marvel movies, and if you like Spider-Man, it'll be a satisfying experience.
Josh Bell of JoshBellHatesEverything.com and Las Vegas Weekly. Always find his reviews in that magazine wherever it is sold. Well,
It's not sold, it's free, man.
Free, it's
Go
free.
pick it up, it's
Even
free.
Better, pick it up. I'm Jake Tiranno of ChasingCinema.com, the film lovers website. Make sure to go check out our reviews of The House, Baby Driver, Despicable Me 3, everything else that we reviewed. Also, we've had interviews with Emily B. Gordon and Kumail Nanjiani of The Big Sick, and also some other fun stuff, so make sure to go check all of that out. ChasingCinema.com is known as the film lovers website.